Now, King Frederik has been called out by the press. Now, it's interesting. Tell me more about this, because even the best kind of royal PR spin can't stop some of the reports. What's he being called out for?
I know, and I don't want to call him out because I love Mary and Fred. They're gorgeous. He's lazy. Frankly, he hasn't been doing the job. And so the Danish press have been saying, he's counting up his holidays, saying he's always taking mini breaks. He's had 45 days off this year. And while they don't target Mary because she's very hardworking, there's basically how much work is he doing? And when he's not, of course, being king, if he's off being somewhere else, it falls to Christian, his son, who's a teenager, or his octogenarian mother. And they're making the point that, you've got the top role, mate, you've got to do the job. Look, he has, to be fair, always said that timeouts are very important to him. He has never really sought this role. He is much more, a beta style monarch, whereas Mary's the one that has the credentials to be, a magnificent queen. So I just think the optics are interesting on it because the Danish press are generally pretty in favour of the royals.
Yes, and now let's talk about King Charles. He's saved the World Conquer Championships on the eve of its 60th anniversary. What more can you tell us about this?
I love this story. So the conkers in Europe at the moment aren't big enough. They haven't been able to source big enough conkers. On his Windsor estate, the king has nice, big, fat, chunky conkers. He's heard about this crisis in the conker world. He's donated 300 conkers. They're now being kept for the finals. The Conker Championships are thrilled to have the royal support. I'm not suggesting that the king went out and personally picked these conkers himself, but I do love this story. It just shows. And look, the royalty, they didn't publicise this fact. It's the Conker Championships that have said, oh my gosh, we've got these conkers from the royals. And
brilliant.
I love it. I just think these are the things where the monarchy is built up because it's such goodwill. It's attuned to the people. And if you continue to be attuned and responsive to ordinary, genuine people, not like the Andrew issues, those sorts of things, if you focus on that, that's where you're going to sustain, where you're going to have that longevity of monarchy and you're going to leave a legacy to William.
Just finally, in the world of entertainment, Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau, they've now been putting their romance on display. Photos obtained by Fox News Digital show that the couple were spotted sharing some PDA while on board Katy Perry's yacht. It's while in Santa Barbara last week. Also pretty funny to say, to note, some people are pointing out that the yacht would also be chewing up some carbon, something that Justin Trudeau may be being called a hypocrite for. But what did you make of this?
I'm deeply saddened because Trudeau is my political crush.
Sorry.
I know it's shallow, but I don't imagine he is yours. But look, funny. I love these couples, these unexpected couples that are coming out of the woodwork. Trudeau and Katy Perry, Elizabeth Hurley and Billy Ray Cyrus, Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson. And they're these repartnerings that you don't expect, but especially this time because we're at the axis of politics and pop culture. Like, it's a really interesting, I don't know how it'll go. It's interesting, will he want that level of attention? How do they drive their different brands side by side? But also there was a bit of a gropey action on the boat where he was grabbing a, well, look, they're together. So I suppose you wouldn't call it gropey. That's a bit unfair, but it's kind of not a look that a former Prime Minister wants to project, I wouldn't have thought. Particularly if you want to do things like someone like Tony Blair has done and you have a really large presence on the world stage, you kind of don't want to be on a boat photographed
I'm
grabbing
not sure.
someone's bum.
I feel like he won't mind the attention or the spotlight, but we'll wait and see how it goes. Angela Mollard, thank you so much.